what's up, guys? Talking sports with Pedro and Danny here live in studio. As you can see, I'm flying solo here, sitting in Pedro's chair. The microphone's a little lower, so if I have to dip down here, it's because Pedro's just a little fella. Want to give a special shout out to some of our sponsors. Thank you to TNT CNC Fabrication for everything they do around the community. They got some awesome metal cutouts. Should have our signs soon up at the raceways, Battle Mountain Summit and Winnemucca Raceway. Also, our friends over at Premier Drilling gave away a couple of beanies this weekend over at Battle Mountain Raceway. And of course, the Ship Group and the Guyata Group with EXP Realty. So we're here with a special show today. Like I said, I'm flying solo. I'm not completely in the studio by myself. As you can see over here, I've got a studio full of young ladies and a couple of grown men. One they call Grandpa, I guess. Yeah, we were busy last weekend. Jamie and I were over at the races, gave away a couple of tickets to Country Under the Stars. Want to remind everybody that Country Under the Stars is coming up June 9th here in Elko, featuring Randy Hauser. Giving away some more tickets this weekend up at Summit Raceway and right up to the concert. So make sure you like and share Talking Sports with Pedro and Danny, Battleborn Media Networks, for your chance to win. Also, Pedro was over at our new food truck weekend, Food Truck Friday. He was busy over there getting stuffed, and then over at Infinite, cheering Tubble's year-end celebration, and then the poker run up at Harley Davidson. But the reason we are in here today is because we have your 2022 1A Nevada State softball champions. So welcome in, ladies. How are you doing? So they had a pretty magical run. They walked, I don't know about walk through the playoffs. We'll let them explain how hard it was or wasn't, but put up quite a few runs there in the state, in their state title run. Went undefeated in their state title bid. So we'll bring in the coaches. We've got Shane and Chris, right? And Nikki is over there hiding in the back. She's keeping an eye on the young ladies. So got their championship trophy here. So let's just welcome you in. Congratulations, Coach. On a wonderful season. You guys, what was your final overall record?
7-0. Right?
No, overall for the season.
26-6.
Yeah, you know the seniors.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they looked at it pretty good stuff.
26-6. So pretty good run then.
It was a really good run.
Yeah. So did you guys? So in your regular season, did you guys have much competition during your regular season league, or did you kind of have to go seek out competition?
Well, I mean, you know, I kind of put me in a tough spot.
I know. You can take the political round and say it was a tough league. You
know, nothing to take away from anybody and stuff.
Sure.
But we didn't really overlook anybody and stuff. So I mean, we just played game by game, play by play and stuff. So never overlooked anybody. Never, because when you get displacement, that's when the L word comes in. You end up losing, Exactly. But we played up. We went to the Mesquite tournament down in Mesquite earlier in the year for one tournament and stuff, and we played up over there where we played the 3A, the defending, not this year, they took second, the Virgin Valley Bulldogs. We played them, and yeah, they're pretty good and stuff.
Nice.
We were young and we were pretty inexperienced at the time compared to how we ended and stuff. And
so you guys grew a lot as the season progressed.
Oh, we
tremendously.
Grew. I mean, I couldn't even tell you how much we grew. Just it was so much these girls endured. I mean, bruises, old battle wounds, Fallon and Sage and stuff. We weren't 100% coming into the season where we had injuries and stuff from previous years and stuff. But they wrapped it up, taped it up, and went out there, bandaged up, and still got her done now.
So this obviously a group, especially the upperclassmen here, you guys have had to go through what a lot of young student athletes have had to go through in the last few years, losing part of your seasons, if not whole seasons, and you've had to come back from that. So last year, did you guys get to play a full season last year? How did last season?
Well, I don't know. In my view and stuff, we got cheated on and stuff. Yeah, we didn't get a full season in and stuff. We ended up playing Oasis Academy, which actually beat us for one playoff game, and then they went to play Alamo and stuff. So, I mean, we didn't really have that long of a season. What did you say, 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 week season and stuff. So I
that's
mean,
preseason.
yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
And stuff. I mean, that was our tournament weekends and stuff. That was our 2 weeks before we went to even a tournament this year.
Right.
And stuff. So, I mean, really all in all, these girls got cheated out by a lot and stuff because they were capable of so much more and stuff after spending some time with them and getting them in on the softball field, in the gym and stuff, and just getting reps in and stuff. These girls performed so well to where, I mean, they've exceeded my expectations by a long ways. I guess I should say
That's
that.
awesome. That's awesome. So let's talk about a little bit about your time together. So you look familiar to me, so I know you've been a part of Wells softball programs for quite some time. Your last name rings true. I think you've had a few come through the program, right?
We've taken a lot of second places and stuff.
That hurts. I do that a lot myself.
Yeah.
Second place everywhere I go.
Yeah. It was taking a lot of second places and stuff. Always been to the show quite a few times. Never with these girls here and stuff, and that's the unfortunate part. But I think these seniors and stuff, they put a good role model and a good expectation of these younger girls and stuff, what's to come from seasons to come and stuff. So, I mean, I think you're going to start seeing Wells in the playoffs, in the championship game, and defending our trophy and stuff as well and stuff from here on out. These seniors and stuff really put that, like I said, they were great role models to these younger girls and stuff. So I think these younger girls are going to go ahead and push these new freshmen next year and stuff through the
Learning process.
of it all and stuff, and we're going to make things happen again.
So talk about the experience of the squad. You have 6 seniors?
6 seniors. One's missing tonight, Abigail Luttrell and stuff. Fallon Iveson, Jasmine Garcia, Kiana Del Rio, Kaylee Higby, and Sage Hall.
Thanks, Coach. The one I actually know out of the group, you almost forgot.
I was looking around names and stuff, and so yeah.
No, but that's cool. I mean, upperclassmen leadership, that's generally what it takes, to get over the hump, and that's great for years to come. So how many freshmen do you have in the program? 3 freshmen in the program. So you got a good core, and then mixes through with sophomores and juniors.
I got 2 sophomores and 1 junior.
2 sophomores and 1 junior. All right. So who's going to be on the top of the heap next year? Who's the junior? It's your program. Yeah. All right, girls, get in line. Walk the line, right?
Yeah. But I got recruiters too, though. They're gonna try to recruit for me and stuff, and we're gonna see what we can do as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Get out there and get some girls out there. No, that's fantastic. So you guys finished the season. Did I count them right on a 14-0 run? Like, you didn't lose. Your last loss was against what Max Prep says is a non-varsity opponent.
Yeah, it was Winnemucca JV and stuff is what it was. So
which is a pretty good program. Winnemucca generally has a pretty good, pretty solid 3A program.
Yeah. So they did pretty good and stuff. So, but I mean, even champions have their off days and stuff, and we had an off day that day and stuff, and sometimes when the bat hits the ball, and when the bat doesn't hit the ball, doesn't hit the ball, and when errors happen, But the best thing is these girls knew how to bounce back on it. Though.
Yeah, absolutely. And getting a loss, I mean, earlier in the season, or even when you're kind of out there, you're swaggering a little bit, and you get knocked down to earth, so you can, we can't just walk through these games. We still got to continue to work hard and not just take it for granted, like you said. Get out there and put in the work. So. That's a heck of a run. 14 games in a row, and the playoffs. You were undefeated in the playoffs.
Yeah.
A couple close games, but it seems like you guys knew how to score runs.
Oh, I mean that's one thing about this squad that I felt so comfortable, and I've never felt comfortable in the past. Every time I've been down, we like in the past, we'll go ahead and the other team will come back and do a rally, and next thing you know, we're down. And earlier in the season, I was telling coaches that too. I was like, this is the most comfortable squad I've ever felt, being down, because this squad, I mean, when those bats come alive, they come alive. I mean, it is just, it's nightmares. Elm Street and stuff is what it is for the other team. Because when they start popping, those bats just don't cool down and stuff.
Do you guys run a lot?
Yes, we're actually pretty aggressive on the bases and stuff. We were very aggressive on the bases. You're talking about conditioning, or are you talking about running?
Well, no, no, running around the bases.
Oh,
I mean, I'm
yes.
sure you condition. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I have that feeling.
we are very aggressive on the bases and stuff. And then I don't know the stats for you and stuff, but we got quite a few doubles, triples, steals. I think our stolen base person was Sage Hall with the most steals this year and stuff. So yeah, believe it or
That
not.
includes first.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So but yeah, they were a pretty good group of bunch. I mean, we
Did I see somebody hit 9 home runs this year?
Jillian.
Oh, bringing it back, huh? How do you know what the school record is?
No.
No? You better find that out. I think you're close.
I think
Gotta be it.
maybe and stuff. We'll have to look at that and stuff and see. That might even possibly be it.
Heck
And
yeah.
stuff, So yeah.
That's scoring runs. So obviously in softball, you usually have one primary pitcher, kind of a secondary, whatever, because they could throw a lot of innings. So talk about, I just skimming through Max Preps, I know the 2 names popped up, and it seemed like one through one there. So talk about your pitching staff.
Kaylee Higby, one of our seniors and stuff, she pitched the majority of our games and stuff right at the beginning of the season and stuff. She come up real big for us and stuff in a lot of games, and she pitched over and over and over and over again, and she did fantastic. And our other pitcher was Kayana Del Rio. She didn't really want to get in the circle early on in the year and stuff. She wasn't feeling comfortable and stuff, and then she started developing that comfort level and stuff later on in the year. I think when she started realizing how good of a defense we had along with our sticks and stuff too, because our defense this year was impeccable. Because I gotta give it up to our outfielders, our infielders, our everything all around and stuff. This group of girls were just fantastic, just everywhere you went. I mean, pitching, catching. Like I said, I mean, it
Have the whole toolbox. I mean, that's what state champions need to have, right?
It was crazy this year and stuff. This year, this squad was just the most universal. I didn't care where you tried to beat us. And that's what I called them this year. You know, you call it a triple threat in basketball. Whether you prepared to dribble, shoot, or pass and stuff. And it was a triple threat for these girls and stuff this year. It was a big mental game and stuff. Mentally, they could hold it together. And then we could beat you mentally, we could beat you offensively, and then we could beat you defensively. So, I mean, you got the 3 big, whatever you want to call it and stuff.
Bring it, we got it.
It was whatever you want to try to bring at us and stuff. We were ready for it.
How long have you been the head varsity coach out there?
We've both been there 9 years and stuff now.
9 years.
And stuff. But we weren't the head coach and stuff. We didn't take the head coaching positions until
6 years ago.
Yeah, 6 years ago. And stuff.
Actually, it was
it 6?
It was.
I don't even remember now.
Oh,
I don't know. It was a while back.
Come on,
it's
Grandpa.
5 or 6 years.
5 or 6. That COVID year, everybody lost. Kind of
Yeah.
screwed up 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
who knows.
and stuff. I just know it's been 9 years total for us and stuff.
So let's hear from you. Talk a little bit about your experience throughout the year. How did you see? You got a story to tell about these girls? You got a story to tell about the playoffs? What do you got?
A story?
I don't know.
A story. So, I'm the grandpa. And I'm very comfortable with that because, each year that I continue to coach, my family grows. And so you get really attached to the girls and obviously you want to see them succeed. And so, I always look for, sayings that will stick with them. And this year, at our very first conference game, I asked them a question. I asked them, how do you eat an elephant? And got a lot of different answers.
I would imagine.
And so, when it boiled down to it, you eat an elephant one bite at a time. And so that's kind of what's our motto, is one game at a time. And as we got further along in the season, and especially, I can't tell you, in the championship game, it got broke down into one at bat at a time. And that's the difference. When these girls came off of the field after the other team, after Alamo scored 10 runs on us. You know, a lot of teams would just fold up.
Sure,
Not
absolutely.
this group. There wasn't one sad face. There wasn't one disgruntled look. There was, all right, come on, let's go. Let's do this. Let's start chipping away. And they did it. One at bat at a time. And when it came down to it, we got to eat the whole elephant.
Okay, all right, there's the elephant.
Yeah,
Turn that trophy just a little bit for me to face that camera over there. Yeah, there you go.
We got to eat the heart of the elephant and finish the job. And yeah, this group here, this has been a special group.
Right on. And give yourself another round of applause. That's really special. It really is. And we talk about on the show, you know, often about what sports brings people, and it's not just about throwing the ball around. It's coming together, overcoming adversity, finding things within yourself that you're not able to find otherwise, and dig down and dig deep, and that's what makes champions. So congratulations to you, girls.
Well, and it goes deeper than that for Wells. Okay, obviously Wells is a very small community. Okay, and so as you look at the people involved in the community, the people involved in teaching. My wife is a teacher who graduated from Wells. Shane graduated from Wells. His wife graduated from Wells. The baseball coach graduated from Wells. I mean, it's not just about athletics, it's about forming life skills that are going to benefit them further in life and benefit our community.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, you know, I came from a lot larger place, okay? But the way the community came out for the celebration when they came back to Wells, something that they'll never forget in all their life.
Yeah, you're 100% correct, and that's one thing that, you know, we always thrived on is you're not trying to build college athletes, you're trying to build fine young men or fine young ladies.
Yes.
in the community. I come from a community about the size of Wells or Carlin, so I do understand absolutely what it means for, you know, alumni to be coaching, for, you know, for parents, everything that they do. I mean, I'm sure you guys traveled well. I mean, I know the people in the community of Wells, and it really is. It's super cool to me that as soon as, I mean, I was following you guys. I mean, I was bugging Melissa constantly. Sage's mom, like, where are we at? Where are we at? Let's go. I need where are we at? She's like, I'm going crazy. But no, it's just that the whole community gets behind it, and that's super important. And we wanted to make sure that we had you on here because, you know, not all the time does, you know, Wells or the outlying communities get a lot of love. I mean, being from a small town, and that's just the way it is. And we wanted to make sure we get you guys up here because you guys did something special, and you came back from, you know, a couple of years of, gosh, I don't know what we're gonna do, and putting a state title together. So congratulations to you guys again. Nikki, do you want to say anything?
I do. I want to say the older girls, you guys are my group. I started with them in T-ball, and so they've been kind of under my wing group. But we've talked a lot about the older girls, and we haven't really mentioned our younger girls. And I'm going to tell you, most teams don't have a lineup that is solid 1 through 9. You have your younger kids at the end of your lineup. Well, our younger kids were at the end of our lineup, and our younger kids came through, and they hit the ball just as well, if not better, than some of our seniors. And so they deserve a little bit of recognition too. And so this is my group right here. So I just want to make sure that they're getting that recognition also.
No, and that's great. I'm glad that you do point that out. I mean, we do, you know, a lot of times because, you know, upperclassmen are outgoing, you know, trying to get them to love. But it takes a whole dugout to win a championship. Okay. You ain't gonna do it with five or six ball players. That's it. You're gonna have to definitely, you know, have it all the way down through the lineup, and even the bench players are super important. I mean, when you get your time, when you get your chance, you got to be ready, and you got to capitalize on that when you're called upon.
And they did for sure.
That's outstanding. That's outstanding. So let's hear from some of you seniors. So not first. You're gonna talk, Sage. So let's one of you seniors step up there and let's just talk to you for a second. I won't embarrass you. I promise. All right. What's your name?
Fallon.
Fallon.
Yep.
And how long have you been playing with this group of girls over here?
The seniors, my whole life, like Nikki said, but I just started playing with these younger girls the past like 1 or 2 years.
Past couple of years. So you grew up playing like Elko County girls softball in the
Yeah.
area and whatnot. So you guys have been quite together for quite some time. What? Sorry, I'm just checking my sound here to make sure that we've been heard this whole time. So do you have any plans after school?
Yes.
After high school, that is.
Yeah, I'm going to 11-week dental assisting program.
Oh yeah,
in
nice.
Boise.
And up in Boise.
Yep.
Right on. Cool. Any interest to play ball, or is this it?
I did want to, but after I tore my ACL and meniscus my sophomore year, I was
Yeah, that's a lot.
struggling. So
Yeah. There's a lot to overcome, but congratulations for overcoming that and being an important part of the team. So you're relieved. That's it. That's easy.
Alright.
See how easy that was? Next up.
I'm Hotel.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so my name is Kaylee Higby.
So you're the one up there dealing.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I assume that you've been pitching for quite a few years.
Yeah, so I was pitching for Alamo, maybe.
Oh, look at that! I like that story
Stole
within
her
a
away.
story.
We told her that she looks better in orange and black and white than blue and black.
Yeah, absolutely. I would imagine so. So so you grew up around the Alamo area?
So I actually lived in Alamo my entire life, and then moved up my sophomore year, and started becoming like a part of a better team. And it was a little different, but I liked it.
Sure. So you just went on and dealt, because you played, that's who you beat in the finals, right?
Yes.
With Alamo. So you beat them twice, one day, and then they had to go beat Colville, was it? And then you guys had them again, and they put 10 on you. So after they put 10 on you in that championship game, what were you? Did you stay in? Did you?
She
did you
actually
finish?
came in.
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh, okay. So you didn't start the championship
She
game.
did start the championship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it was kind of like my freshman year where, somebody else started out and then they had me in, and I just, in my head I kept thinking I need to keep myself like focused on what I need to do and my job, and so that was one of my main focuses was to just
Shut them down and give my girls a chance.
exactly, and I knew how Alamo played, and so I was like, I knew the pitcher, and I knew she would shut down if we were, being ourselves and getting ahead.
It's our time. That's what
And
you're
she
saying.
did.
Absolutely.
And she did.
Went in and
She
shut 'em down, huh?
She shut them down.
Okay.
When she first relieved, they scored a couple more runs, but the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings,
Nah,
she shut them down.
Did you feel the groove?
I
Were you
did.
dealing? Or were you just like, yeah, you ain't touching me?
I struggled a little bit, but then I was like, I kept my cool, and I was like, it's okay, I'll get the next batter.
And her defense picked her up.
Nice.
Exactly.
That really helps. I mean, when you're on the mound, you can get deflated pretty quickly. A couple drop balls or missed thrown balls. You're like, I'm doing everything I can up here. A little help back there. So that's good. So go ahead.
And I knew the outfield and the infield had my back no matter what. Like my outfield, oh my gosh, they're amazing. And my infield especially, like I was like, okay, we got this. Like if we're down 10, like we'll get back up. And that's what I just kept thinking throughout the entire game.
Heck yeah. Do you got any plans after high school?
Yes, actually 3 days after graduation, I'm going to become EMT and get my EMT license.
Right on.
And then in January start my advanced.
Right on. Well, we first responders are definitely in big need. So a couple in the medical field. Right on. So thank you. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Next up. I'll go, she says. All right, who we got here?
I'm Jasmine.
Hi, Jasmine. How long have you been balling with this group?
Oh God, depends on what sports you're talking about.
Oh, okay. 3-sport athlete, 2-sport
Yeah.
athlete. Right on. What's your other sports?
I play softball, basketball, and volleyball.
Basketball, volleyball. You guys had you had a pretty good volleyball season, right?
Our basketball.
Basketball season.
Yeah, we
It's
got.
50-50, really.
Yeah.
I knew one of them was pretty good.
Yeah, we got far there.
Nice. So do you have any plans after school? Are you gonna go ball out somewhere else? Or?
I'm just gonna go to St. George and do also attend dental school.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you guys are on the same page, right on. What was your favorite part about the postseason, other than winning the state championship? Was there a memory that sticks out to you, or something funny that somebody did?
Just spending time with my team. Like practice, I love going to practice every single day. That's really just gets me out of the house, and I love spending time with my team. They're my family.
That says a lot. That's what makes a cohesive unit. You gotta like being around each other
Yeah.
a little bit at a time, at least, right?
And fight like siblings too sometimes.
Well, yeah, that's the competitive side of it. You're gonna have both sides of it, right on. So thank you. I appreciate you stepping up.
Thank you.
We got 2 more seniors over there, if my math is right. Hi, how are you? What's your name?
My name's Kayana.
Your name. And what do you play? What position do you play?
First, I pitch.
How was your pitching experience this postseason?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. What was your best game?
Carlin.
No, Friday.
Oh.
Friday against Alabama.
Oh yeah, Friday against Alabama.
Oh, yeah. She did fabulous.
Did she?
She did really
The entire game?
Yeah.
Did she?
That's
What was the score of that game?
15 to 10.
Hey, you guys put up 15 quite a few times.
Yeah.
15's your number. That's how many you scored in the championship game too. You know, 15, 14?
15-14. Yeah.
Heck yeah. What, you got any plans on after school? Gonna go ball anywhere?
Just gonna do my real estate.
Oh heck yeah! Hey, upstairs there's all kinds of realtors in this building. There's like 30 of them. Really? Yeah, we'll hook you up. Just let us know. All right. Thanks for stepping up. Okay, Sage, might as well step up to that microphone right in front of you there.
Okay.
So,
What?
Nothing.
Sage Hall, right?
Yeah.
Sage Hall. Okay, well, I got the introduction out of the way for you. So, what are you primary position, Sage?
Catcher.
Catcher. Just throw anybody out in the state championship game?
Shane.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was-
So hey,
that was the
we'll
best
tell
one.
you straight up, okay? In divisionals, okay, before we got to state, she saved our bacon.
Yeah.
She threw out, what, 8 runners all total in the 3 games?
I think so, yeah. It was
8 runners. She threw 5 runners out in one game that we won 5-4.
Why were they still running on her?
Uh,
That seems just silly to me.
They were trying to be
They were
aggressive.
trying, and I mean,
I
she
told her
gave
before
up.
the game, I was like, hey, you gotta bait them. You gotta bait them, okay, Sage? You gotta bait them. And then once they take the bait, and then just open season. And she did.
So no hard throws and warm ups. You know, looking like a lame duck back there. So what was your favorite memory of the playoffs? I know that being a senior, you last season how that ended, your last couple of years. So talk a little bit about how your senior season ended up.
I mean, it was kind of hard because, like, sometimes, like they said, we don't get along, but we all came around, and our freshmen, they were my little favorite people, my sophomores, my little friends over there held my back. Playoffs were super good, though, because I get a really hot head back there sometimes. I get super angry.
No, I know your father.
Things don't go my way, and so, like, my team actually had my back and, like, calmed me down. The whole game, I didn't hit the whole time. Bunted, struck out, bunted, struck out. And then at the end, I was super, like, frustrated, and I was like, oh gosh, 14-14, 2 outs. Here comes out 3.
Put her on third.
Out 3.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I hit the ball. Shortstop missed the ball. Jasmine got in.
So you had the game-winning hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game
I did not know that. I genuinely did not know that.
Yeah,
So
the game
that's why your
winning
mom didn't answer me for like an hour and a half. What's going on here? Well, congratulations, Sage. I'm super proud of you. I'm super proud of all you guys. Plans after school?
I'm going to CSI, College of Southern Idaho.
See, I got CSI up right here. Gonna go up there and play a little bit of softball.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Right on.
Try
Well,
to talk to the coach and get up there and try and play some ball.
right on. I know you guys were hauling ass back yesterday thinking that I was meeting you in Wells. Once
Yeah.
again, sorry about that
No, I
confusion.
thought it was gonna be over the phone. So
Oh.
I don't know, but I'm sorry. So.
No, that's all good. That's all good. I'm just switching cameras here. Well, Sage, congratulations to you. I'm glad you got
Thank
the
you.
state title.
Thank you.
Really is. And congratulations again to all of you ladies for what you guys have accomplished. Like your coach said, man, that there's memories that happen that you may not realize right now, but 10, 15, 20 years down the road, those are going to be as fresh as they are today. And
Let's just say we'll remember our trip home. We slept from Burnley until Winnemucca, and then from Winnemucca home, it was karaoke time.
Party on. Party
We
on,
should be
right?
on The Voice.
She's kidding.
So you guys don't have a close road trip, right? I mean, I guess Carlin, right? That's your closest road trip, and every other road trip's got to be 3+ hours.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, next year and stuff, the whole north is combining, I guess, and stuff. So we'll be.
we'll travel
we'll
to
be doing a lot of
Virginia
traveling.
City and
Oh,
Oasis
stuff.
and Colville
Next year.
and we did that. They realigned before COVID. They had realigned a couple years before, and it really screwed us because our competition, a lot of the schools in the East don't have softball teams. Awahi, McDermott, so none, Jackpot.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, none of them have softball teams, so we're left with 3 teams, and it's tough.
Yeah, you gotta go on the road.
Yeah.
Gotta go on the road and
Yep.
put that work in.
So,
Right on. Well, Sage, you're relieved. Isn't that much better out? And does anybody else have anything that they would like to say?
I just want to say thank you to my coaches, especially Chris, because I can be a pain sometimes. And I want to say thank you for taking me in.
It was awesome. Just glad to have you.
Sounds like the pieces came together at the right time.
It was not
And
fun.
that's-
So does this mean you're retiring?
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
retire
no.
after me.
No, it is not.
Retire after your favorite.
Ricky. Nikki, how many more years do I have?
7.
6. There you go.
Yeah, you guys can leave me out.
Oh, sorry.
You may have to give me a walker, but I'll be alright.
Yeah, it's alright, man. Just take the dugout closest to whatever bag you're coaching.
Well, we have to.
That doesn't work
Should
either.
I even say anything?
Oh,
Oh yeah. So there's another team that we faced, and yeah, it's a standing thing because the coach is like 82 years old.
No, he had a birthday. He's 83 now.
83 years old, and it takes them like 10 minutes to get from the third base dugout to the coach's box.
And they're
Okay.
right next to each other.
And they're right next to each other. It takes them like 10 minutes, But
Right.
so I'm feeling pretty good.
You're fleet of foot,
Foot,
right? Yeah.
feet, a foot. Yes.
That's awesome. Right on, guys. Well, I know you guys got some more things to do, so.
I do have one other thing.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I would
It's all
really
you.
like to end it on the cheer that I love the most.
Oh, God.
You gotta hear this cheer.
Oh, I'm down. Yeah. You can't be around a softball team without hearing a cheer, I don't think.
Come on, you gotta have this.
Come on.
The last one that we did, the last little hurrah stuff.
Okay, you
Like really loud or?
Wow.
It's fine. Just, yeah, go for it.
Oh my
Are we
god.
doing like the whole thing?
Yeah.
We're doing the whole thing.
Okay. I don't know how to go. Oh, ladies, baby.
Ow.
You drive me crazy.
Ow.
You mean the world to me.
Ow.
So hit the ball for me.
Ow.
So we can go swimming.
Ow.
Right after winning.
Ow.
So ladies, baby.
Ow.
Hit the ball for me.
I love that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job, guys. Hey, you gotta have a little bit of mojo out there, especially when you're out there taking care of business. So, yeah, if nobody else has anything to say, guys, I wanna thank you again for coming into studio and spending a few minutes on here.
Yeah, thank you for having us and stuff. Really appreciate it. I'd like to say thank you to the Wells community and stuff for having our backs and coming out and supporting us. In Reno, at home,
On the road.
on the road. I mean, and the big celebration in Wells, and then a huge shout out to the Elko County School Board for having us over there and stuff, and having us in front of the board, and bringing all the young ladies and stuff up and mentioning their names and our
Admin.
our incredible admin and stuff in Wells and stuff. He's done so much for us in Wells and stuff. Huge shout out to him and stuff. He's
Been our biggest fan.
Yeah.
By the way, his name is Ken Higby.
Yeah.
I see him over there.
And also, one more shout out to the Star here in Elko, the Star Hotel and stuff, for inviting us over and giving us a dinner and stuff for our championship win and stuff. So a huge shout out to them as well, to give them some recognition and stuff for our NIAA state champions.
Can I say something?
Oh, now Sage wants to talk. Okay.
Okay, we just want to give a shout out to Oasis Academy. They were our competition our freshman year, and then this year they got beat out, and they actually sent us a card giving us congratulations and like a big shout out for winning divisionals and state, having our backs. So
That's class act. That's
It's class.
yeah, that is absolutely class act. That's good to hear, especially this day and age. So, thanks, ladies. Thanks,
Thank
coaches,
you.
for coming
Thank
in.
you.
We
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
you guys,
Thank you.
and hopefully we'll be back here next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, talking sports with Pedro and Danny. We're gonna get out of here. We'll be back on tomorrow for our regular scheduled show at 5 o'clock.